a lot of times when we're talking about, the history of America, we talking about systemic racism, white supremacy, a lot of people, in, those folks community, they try to play dumb, some of them, like they don't know, what we're talking about. Oh, you need to teach me because I really don't know. And a lot of times that is a bunch of bull. It is, because they know their history. They know it very, very well, and what has happened to us and what they have done to us. Case in point, you're going to have a, white lady talk about even the history of qualified immunity. When a lot of you was going out and wanted Joe Biden to get rid of qualified immunity so the police can't just kill us at will, in which he did not do that. Black folks haven't even mentioned qualified immunity anymore. You didn't got quiet about qualified immunity. I didn't know that went away. Why did that go away? But I want you to hear what this woman says about qualified immunity and where it actually comes from.
So the way white women dealt with children born of their husbands and the enslaved women were to kill the children, and to beat them often, terribly, fed them to alligators. They were horribly abused. And this is where we get qualified immunity. And yet another reason why we need to end qualified immunity.
So as you heard this woman said, that qualified immunity actually goes back to slavery, because white women were, deleting the children of the slave master that he violated black women to get. So they kept the qualified immunity so they can just basically, get rid of the child, get rid of whatever person they want to that they are pissed off about. It goes back to what they call the casual, and I got to say the word deletion act. The reason why I can't say the real word is because the censors on YouTube, and I'm not saying the censors that take your video down. I'm talking about the censors that would, definitely wouldn't allow us to, generate anything. We could pay people that actually help us put this video together. We got to change those words a little bit, because I see some people say, why y'all using those words? Y'all content creators. It's because we have to do what we have to do, right? But that was put in just so they would not go to prison for doing anything to black people. And it carried right over to law enforcement, where they can just, I was afraid of my life, so I went on ahead and took this person out. I thought he had a gun. That cell phone wasn't a gun? Qualified immunity. And it took forever. It took black people getting in the street, black people having uprisings just to get these people charged that do things like this. The only reason that the police officer that, Derek Chauvin went to jail is because of the uprising. If there was no uprising all over this country behind George Floyd, they would have came up with some cockamamie story and that man wouldn't have went to jail at all. He would just got suspended. At worst, he would have got fired. But because brothers and sisters got in the streets and brought some economic pain, because see, economic pain is the only thing this country understands. And those uprisings caused a lot of economic pain. That's why that man got arrested and charged. That's why that man got a prison sentence. He got a state prison sentence, and also he got a federal as well, because they don't want to repeat that again. Because if they was to sit here and let people like Chauvin just keep doing what they're doing like that, and especially on camera, and it keeps being a response like that, they can't have a country running like that. But, you notice that Joe Biden still have not removed qualified immunity whatsoever. That's an issue, folks. But nobody wants to talk about that because, in our community, and shout out to brother Dinas Demir, he said voting Democrat is in the culture now. It's the culture now. And I never, I didn't think about it like that, because I know, and I said to him that, black people you can denounce, that you believe in God. You can be on OnlyFans. You could be a 304. You could be a Pookie and Ray Ray and whatever else, and your family will still talk to you. Will let you say you don't vote Democrat, and that's it. I can't talk to you no more. That's like the cardinal sin in this black community, that you don't vote Democrat, which is crazy. And I said to myself, anybody that feel that way, I don't want to talk to you because you're an idiot, period. Because them people don't do nothing for us. If they did something for us, then we wouldn't even be talking about qualified immunity right now, because they'll be gone. Freaking Joe Biden and Democrats didn't do nothing for black folk. Not a freaking thing. They talk about $2,000 stimulus checks, and they give you $1,400. Still qualified immunities on the books, and y'all still run out and vote for them in mass numbers. But that's why I say, what the Democrat Party a lot of times do to us as black people, as a collective, we actually get what we deserve. We get what we deserve. I say as a collective, not as individuals, but as a collective, because we're collective politically stupid. We really are. We vote the same party, the same thing. We ask for things, we don't get it, and say, oh, well, at least they're not like the Republicans because they use mean names. You understand? But yeah, so qualified immunity is a direct, link back to slavery. So let me know what y'all think about, what this lady's talking about, and understand something. Them people know their history. They know it very well. They just lie to you to say, oh, I don't know. Y'all got to educate me.